Okay, let's get some volumes up. Make sure things are working correctly before I join the group flight. So we're not taking off for another 3/4 of an hour yet, so don't worry. Just setting up monitors so we can see what's going on. It's going controls set up, so we want the twin Otter control configuration in the simulator. So that we're going to have fun tonight, because this is doubling up every time I click on the change to the controls. Apply, go back, resume, and controls in place. Let's have a look. Ailerons are working, elevators are working, rudder is working. Go and look overhead. Throttles are working, reverse is working, flaps are working. We have no air brakes on this aircraft, so we don't need to worry about that. And let's just check the parking brake. That works. We're looking good. Okay. For a few minutes, yeah. Ooh. Just check the sound volumes. Okay, so the microphone's coming through about -10, which is perfect. And yeah, we should be good. I'm going to go and join Discord very soon. Okay, so before we get started with this, it's worth having a look at the Discord server. So this is the Virtual Flight Online Discord server. This was founded about 18 months ago, a year ago, for people to fly online together, basically. And you can see it's grown over time. We started off with just a few channels, but people asked for things, so we provided. So we now have lots of community channels in here for just general conversation, to announce people arriving in the server, you know, to ask questions and get answers about things that have gone on with the simulators. We've got invitations to go flying together. We've got flight plans that have been filed by people. We've got VATSIM, so anything to do with VATSIM flights is posted in there. Logbook, so any conversations to do with flights that are ongoing. Voice channels, we've got group flights, so the group flight this evening will take place in the group flights channel. The only restriction on the group flights channel is it has push to talk configured, which means that people have to press a button before they can talk. It just stops us from accidentally hearing conversations going on in the room, because we may have 20, 30, 40 people taking part at times. VATSIM, obviously if you're doing a VATSIM flight you can sit away from the rest, so you know you're not going to interrupt anybody if you're talking with ATC along the way. Classrooms, if somebody needs to go to get some instructions for somebody to demonstrate something, for example, they can go in the classroom. General chat room. Screenshots and videos, obviously self-explanatory. Newsfeed is a bit clever. It's an aggregation of many websites' news feeds, So you can look in here to see all the news of the new airplanes and stuff that are coming out for Flight Sim. So they're being pulled in live from their websites, and obviously you can click on a heading to go and read the story back on the original website. Any groups we've discovered along the way, so other aviation flight simulation groups, stuff about hardware, so obviously people talking about the Stream Deck at the moment. Various add-ons we've discovered for Flight Simulator, so people giving each other tips of which ones are worth downloading. Different websites for flight simulation that we've discovered along the way. Various YouTubers, various podcasts, there's a lot of podcasts listed there. Books, ATC resources, and AV bot. So this gives you can see the commands here. So Mugsy has written ATIS for CYFJ, and it's come back with the live ATIS information, or hasn't in that case. It's come back for one here for LipX, for example. But yeah, so that's the Discord server. It's free to join. If you go to virtualflight.online, you'll see the link on there to join it, and it brings you straight in. You have to install the Discord software though to get in. Other than that, yeah, pretty straightforward. Okay, let's go and have a look at the airplane that I'm going to be flying tonight. So this is the Twin Otter. You can see there's a Kodiak parked up over there. Oh, someone's just landed by the look of it. This should be an interesting airfield to watch landings, because the approach down the valley is quite hazardous. I think it's Paro that has there's a video on YouTube. The pilot is flying down through the valley over there, and he is praying on the way. So I'm not sure which direction he was landing from. I'm pretty sure he landed from up that side. But yeah, it's one of the most dangerous airfields in the world. And we're taking off from here, which will be fun. Let's have a look at tonight's flight plan. We're not taking off for another 40 minutes yet, so I might go and do some circuits just to get a bit of practice in. I haven't flown for a week. So we're going to take off from Paro, and we're going to fly out to Taplejung Airport, then Tumlingtar, Lamidada, Bhojpur Airport, and then into Biratnagar Airport. So a lot of this is at extreme altitude. If we go and pull up the aviation plot, yeah, you can see we're going to need to go for 15,000 feet. So it's really going to sort out which aircraft people can use. Obviously we can wind between the peaks a little bit, but it's pretty high. Okay, so nobody's actually going to be here for the next 40 minutes or so, so I'm going to leave this going. Let's go and get rid of the newsletter. That's worth a look. Let's just have a look. If we go to virtualflightonline.substack.com, we have an official newsletter now. And you can see this week, this went out to everybody that subscribes. You can subscribe to this for free. And on a weekend, ahead of the group flight, we send out a notification with where the group flight is. So you can see it's all the information right from Paro to Biratnagar. And you can see flight plan and details and notes about the route and suggested aircraft, voice comms, so obviously a link to the Discord server, which network we will be on in the simulator, and some other notes and bits and pieces about the community. So obviously you can see other ones as well. So you can see last week we did Millinocket to Washington Regional in the northeast of the USA. And we were doing a highlight of, you can see who's online. So if you go and click on that, you can see all the people using the transmitter program. So Virtual Flight Online, we are the developers of the transmitter program. And in here you can see everybody that's online at the moment. So there's 33 of us using it today, right now. So if we go and zoom in, for example, I'm not running it right now myself, but if I was, I'd be able to zoom in. So you can see at Bhutan, there's a couple that we saw in this nav map. So you can see there's Match Rocket, by the same token, you can click on anybody on the list and it will show you where they are. So if I click on Match Rocket, it lights him up on the map and zooms in for me. Other than that, Virtual Flight Online, yeah, it's pretty good community. Obviously I'm biased because I was one of the founders. But yeah, there's the newsletter, there's the Discord server, there's Facebook group, and obviously there's the transmitter program. So over the next half an hour you will see people arriving in the group flight channel. So I am going to go and make myself a coffee while we're waiting, and then I'll do some circuits while we're waiting for everybody to arrive. There's somebody just coming in, look. I won't be surprised, that looks like one of the members is arriving for the flight. Shall we watch the landing? And if I'm not mistaken, I think I know who that is from the paint scheme. It's a very good landing. Let's go look in Discord, go and join on the group flight channel. Now I am going to mute myself for the moment because I'm going to go and make a coffee before we do anything else. So we are starting the live stream early on purpose. There will be people taking off from 8 o'clock or 2000 hours UTC. Right, I'm going to switch off for the moment and we will be back online over the next half an hour. Just for a bit of fun, let's go to the outside view and move the camera so we can see if anybody arrives. So there's the Twin Otter and the Kodiak, and there's the Grand Caravan that's just arrived down there. So let's go and fly the drone cam out so we can actually see any arrivals. This is Paro Airport, by the way, in Bhutan, up in the Himalayas. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to make a coffee and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I have coffee. Let's go and fly some circuits before everybody arrives, but before we do that we'll go and set transmitter up. Connect. So now I'm running transmitter. You will notice there's a red aeroplane as well as the yellow aeroplane on the map. That's me. If we see any other red aeroplanes, they are other people that are already running transmitter, but there doesn't appear to be any yet. So let's go and hello, just doing an audio check. Let's get this aeroplane started. Now I have to remember how to start the thing. Fuel pumps. Forgotten. It's been a while since I did this. It would help if I introduced some fuel to the engines. Should we try that again? Volumes, yeah, I'm going to have to turn the sim right down because it's extremely noisy, or just stay in the cockpit the whole time. Okay. Looking good. Okay, let's go and do some circuits. Okay, we have somebody on the live stream already saying, "You, what's up?" Getting ready for a live stream. We're taking off at 2000 hours, which is in 25 minutes. So I expect people will start arriving soon. timber up. Flaps up.
Yeah.
Hiya. I've started the live stream already. So I'm just doing a quick circuit to see how dangerous it is getting off the runway here.
Let's see the road. There's something called Match Rocket halfway down
Yeah, there's been a couple of people stuck on the map. Roy's been in a mountainside for the last couple of hours, but as far as I could see.
oh, right. Must be where he ended.
The air is incredibly thin, isn't it?
Oh, you're so high.
Yeah, I know.
You know, that's why I did put that in the messages.
Just inhibited the warnings in the Twin Otter. So yeah, this is going to be fun. Just taking off was fun.
John, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
Oh, this airport is so dangerous.
What, Paro?
Yeah.
It is one of the world's worst. Isn't it?
I'm going to have a play with the sound here and turn flight sim down.
Did you see that anything on the news about that airplane circling Gloucester in trouble from Bryce Norton?
Nope. I've been out all day.
I listened to the news, never saw nothing reported about it, but it Charlotte was told John, and John's on the phone now talking to June.
Right.
He was on about it. They got it in America. They reckon something, whether it was an electrical phenomena or something like that, messed all the electrics up.
Right.
And they had to circle Gloucester for about 2 hours and then go back to Bryce. I've seen nothing on the news about it.
Yeah, I missed the Grand Prix as well. It doesn't sound like I missed much.
Nah, well, the only thing I quite enjoyed was that Verstappen or Hamilton didn't get in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Makes a change, doesn't it?
Okay, what on earth's going on with this weather? I just realised I haven't turned any lights on yet. Someone's asking on the live stream, what mods make your lighting look so good? I haven't got any mods running. This is live weather running in Ultra. This is just how the simulator looks. as I'm climbing out. Let's see if I can figure out the lighting. Anti-collision lights, position lights, seatbelt signs, and that should do it. That's better. Yeah, I'm getting stall warnings at 90 knots.
Good day to deliver.
Hello!
Hi. Hi.
Evening.
Hiya.
I sound like Dixon who Dr. Rain then, but you probably can't remember him.
I've heard of it, never seen it.
What are you dudes up to? And what's up with the Ryan C. loner below you? You doing a group flight or something?
Yeah, it's going to be a group flight. It starts in 15 minutes.
Do you only use that? They have exceptions. I don't feel like like this.
Hang on a second, you're quite quiet. I'm going to have to turn your sound up on your...
That's savage.
He's asking if we only use VATSIM. The answer is
No,
no.
it's the VATSIM channels are just there for the people that use VATSIM a lot, because we've got several members that use it.
What servers use?
What, in VATSIM?
No, I mean like in general. VATSIM is one of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's only there because we have several members that use VATSIM a lot. I know there's lots of others, but we don't tend to have members that use it. It's just they use it as a social channel. So
Okay, you probably use Microsoft Flight Sim multiplayer, right?
yes, for these group flights, yes, we're using Microsoft Flight Sim.
Sorry, coffee. Look, in future maybe, might write it down somewhere. Consider checking out FS Cloud. Now, listen out. In future, they plan to make a second version, which will support both MSFS and everything else. Something I use, by the way, but they have not yet made the second version. Microsoft Flight Sim still is not yet supported, but it's planned to. And right now it supports all the rest of the platform on one single server. Means everyone's on the same map. And yeah, it's free, it's not VATSIM. VATSIM is neat though. I like VATSIM, but on Saturdays.
Yeah, there's all sorts of online stuff that's being built out at the moment, but I guess
there is Boscon, but I don't know what's up
Yeah.
with Boscon or what really is special about it. Right now it seems like a VATSIM alternative that I don't really want to go through the hassle to get into.
yeah.
That sort of way. Is there
We're
any
just-
benefit?
We're just on Microsoft Flight Simulator Southeast Asia. That's it.
Alright. Is there, for those who know Boscon, is there any benefits to it? Anybody knows?
I tend to think that as soon as they sort out the multiplayer in Flight Sim, all of the other networks are going to die, because it means you don't have to run any mods.
You think that Microsoft Flight Sim multiplayer will replace all of
Yeah, eventually.
it? No. Well, I'm sorry to disagree here. No. Well, first off, VATSIM is going to remain for millennia.
Oh yeah, VATSIM, of course.
It exists. FS Cloud will also remain existing. It has a reason for its existence. It's cross-platform support. Not everyone prefers Microsoft Flight Sim or runs it, so that's part of the audience off. And multiplayer network that will make a bridge between Microsoft Flight Sim, X-Plane, and everyone else.
Well, yeah, but that's join FS.
that would be Ultimate Network.
Yeah, well, Join FS already exists, and it's buggy as hell, and everyone's tried to use it for years.
Trouble is with all these add-ons, they all add up to corrupting the platform itself.
Yeah, I tried Join FS. I didn't like it. I have it on my computer. I don't use it for probably.
It is the closest to the thing you're describing. It allows all the network, all of the simulators to fly.
Consider this, that Microsoft Flight Sim came out way after FS Cloud was developed.
Oh yeah.
And FS Cloud currently supports pretty much every popular sim aside from Microsoft Flight Sim because it's new.
Yep.
And they need to make a second version.
Yeah.
The old thing is in the way we use it in these group flights, we don't need any other.
I understand. I'm not suggesting you to make any changes. We're conversating here, okay? We're not making changes, okay? And to me, I had experience with Join FS and FS Cloud. I'll tell you what, I find FS Cloud to be superior for a few reasons. One, they stick to one server. They do not make any rooms or any of that. It's one server. And the only negative thing I would say with the FS Cloud is the way you set it up. It's a little more difficult because in this setup, German developers made a few mistakes in the instructions and how they made the installer. Aside from the initial installation, it's actually fast, good. You got a map and everything, and everyone's on the same page, same server. So it's like I will be flying on the FS Cloud. I can stumble upon other people and I can conversate with them. And if there is a group flight, well, our is currently not as popular unit flight, but there are others which are popular, and they have constantly 5 members flying, and they all fly in the FS Cloud in one group. They not only interact with everyone around them, if there is someone in the vicinity.
The problem you always get, though.
Fly together.
The problem you always get with the various systems that try to integrate the different simulators is you always end up doing model matching, and it's always a nightmare.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a nightmare with it. I will not see a Concorde. If you will fly a Concorde, I will not see it as a Concorde. I'll see it as a 737 or Airbus. But for mostly all common aircrafts, you got a model for it. And it's even with me not really bothering that much about it, because honestly I'm more focused on flying than looking at liveries or something like that.
The other problem is obviously the how steep the on-ramp is for non-technical users. So how difficult you make it for newcomers to join. So as soon as you've got add-ons and things to configure, and like you say, this is quite a technical one that you're talking about, that stops perhaps 60% of the audience from using it.
I agree, there is a problem, and I actually should fix it myself. I should make a tutorial video, because there's just two things I need to show people and get their mind around. 2 text documents that they need to tweak, and that's it. That's the whole problem with the FS Cloud. Just 2 text documents that you need to change because the installer didn't properly set the directives in those config files.
If you've got some time, if you want to go and put some links to it in the add-ons channel in the Discord server, that would be good.
I think it will benefit your community as well, and myself as well, fly with. If when they make the version 2, probably will take time. There's a few developers in this.
Yep.
Millennia, but it's okay. We got it.
Okay, how many people have we got on so far? Quite a few, probably. Yep, they're slowly arriving.
Well, okay, if you don't mind me, I'll stick around with you doing a different flight. I'll stream as well if you don't mind. But
that's fine.
A second account. No, not gonna go to Ryan C and sit alone over there. That I'm not alone. So yeah, if you don't mind, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
For now. But later, when we have some cross-platform capability, I would love to join.
Yeah, great.
We have the same problem, by the way, at Mentor Pilot. Same thing. Oh, it's everywhere. Microsoft Flight Sim is a bit like unwelcoming to explain right now.
It is.
We need them both to be friends, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Shake hands and be on one network someday.
Did I hear Jim arrive?
You did. Good evening.
Hi Jim, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
I've snuck in as well.
Hi Patrick.
Hello,
evening.
Patrick.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Neil, are you the Neil that's friends with
Shredded.
Fabio?
Fabio, Flying Fabio.
I don't
Lagatola.
know. I can't pronounce his second
Yes,
name.
Lagatola. I've just said it.
Lagatoya.
Yeah. So I don't even try.
I know a Fabio from work.
Yeah, he said you started coming on, and I didn't see the link because he did say some time ago.
All right.
Anyway, welcome.
Thank you.
Good evening, all.
Evening.
Hi.
I'm Mark.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah, it's a small world, isn't it? Because I've been flying with Fabio on the My Air flights for the last couple of years.
I've been on here about 12 months now, though.
Yep. I'm just circling overhead Paro and trying to avoid the hills in the thin air.
I got half flaps on, so let's get. I'm going to get airborne.
I'm going to check the audio levels while I'm flying around.
Got to make sure my rudder's working. Already got a single prop.
Not too many pylons around here, Dave.
I bet I can find some.
That's his challenge for the evening.
Evening, guys.
Evening, Lee.
We should be doing this as an arrival. An A320.
I thought I might put a few people off, so that's why I did it this way around.
So, is it Paro that was in that YouTube video where the A320 pilot was praying before he did the final few
Yeah.
turns?
Yep. There's only about 10 people in the world that can land here, I believe.
Or that are allowed to?
That are allowed to. I can land here, basically.
But then you haven't got 300 people's lives in your hands. Concentrate
Suppose it
them on-
is the thin air that's the problem, not the landscape.
Why do people tend to vanish into it?
Well, you've got to get into this valley before you can land anyway.
Yeah, there's a really good YouTube video, Jim. There's an A320 landing here on YouTube, and yeah, it's scary stuff.
Anybody flying an A320 tonight?
No. I got the twin Otter out. I thought it might be good with the altitude.
I'm in a little Bonanza.
I got my Seneca out.
Dirty pig.
Yeah, you shouldn't keep it put away.
I've forgotten how to start this. Let's go.
What time you guys got?
I went for just after breakfast time, so sun's already up.
I've got 7:30.
Yeah, I did 8:45 from memory.
Okay, I'll do 7:30 then.
Hi everyone.
Hiya.
Manuel, hi.
So I still have 2 minutes not to be late. I have 1 minute, not 2.
No, we usually give 5 minutes anyway for people to arrive and reboot after a crashed desktop.
I've been keeping him busy.
Oh, is this textures?
Yeah. Watch this space.
Ooh, does that mean you've had a lesson of how to build them?
He showed me, but I couldn't pick it up in time. He's doing
This is
something special.
what we discussed. I will probably do just maybe an awareness session of the making of for the how I did the texture for the 320.
Patrick, you in a helicopter?
No.
That A320 is beautiful, isn't it?
I'm gonna have a smoke, and I hope I did not mix gunpowder into it by accident. Yeah, that's a possibility. I was digging out the gunpowder today, so... If you hear an explosion of pop, that's me trying to have a smoke. I'm joking, I'll be fine.
Pat, you're about 10 foot up in the air.
Oh, that's a shame. Have you got add-on scenery by chance?
This is platform shoes he borrowed off Felton.
Evening.
Busy flight tonight.
I think it's going to be, isn't it?
Pat, if you look at my screen that I'm sharing, you'll see.
Hang on.
Who's in the biplane?
Oh, good luck with that.
I'm not Stephen. Is that a bad idea?
It's not exactly the right sort of atmosphere for it.
You're going to need to get to 18,000 feet at one point in the flight, I think.
Oh, okay, I'll change my car around.
Or was it 16? 16,000 possibly, I can't remember.
Yeah, what's 2,000 feet?
We're flying high tonight.
Pat, have a look at my screen now.
I see me.
Brilliant.
That's you. Very weird.
I didn't check if there was a recommended time to choose for the flight.
No,
The-
not
the
really.
hour.
Whatever you want to choose to make it look nice.
I'll give indication in flight if I find something nice.
I can't find the starter button on Kodiak.
Kodiak. I'm trying to remember. The fuel levers are overhead. There's a plunger on the central console for the main valve. It's about 3 weeks since I last flew the Kodiak. You have to have the fuel condition levers full forwards. You have to have the propeller levers forwards as well.
Yeah, up there.
And then there's a switch. Is it it's underneath the yoke, isn't it?
Ah,
Anybody going live weather?
Yep.
of course.
Yay, firm.
Actually, you start it on fuel cutoff, and then once it starts spinning after 14
Yeah.
ng, you split the fuel.
Ah, thank you.
What's that big building?
Hotel?
Is that what it is?
A mountain.
Well, in front of the mountain. All the different hills that sort of one after the other, they're all depicted in their own shade. It's quite good, isn't it?
What's our mid stop?
Halfway.
I'm
That
not.
was pretty helpful, Dave.
Yeah, this isn't my flight plan tonight, by the way.
Couple young, I don't know how you pronounce that.
Tuppelyung. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's really the first airport, isn't it? I believe.
Roger that.
It's about 90 miles, isn't it? First leg.
I'm just going on that first, the distance.
Right, are we going to set off then? What's the time? Just looking at my watch.
Yep.
Okay, let's have a look at the map. So yeah, 270 degrees basically. I'll fly overhead first, get some speed up. Wonder what the outside air temperature is.
I'm gonna do a few orbits to get some height.
That's going to be the major problem, isn't it, to begin the flight? It's just to get out of this valley. Okay, I think I've got a good route. Okay, so for anybody that hasn't joined us before, it's just a relaxed group flight. There's no ATC or anything like that. It's just try and keep to about 120 knots-ish. If we get to any of the airfields way ahead of the pack, just either do circuits or do touch and goes until everybody else arrives. Gives you a chance to watch everybody else approaching, which is always good fun. Otherwise, yeah, just relaxed flight. Please don't go into any subjects, politics, religion, sex, whatever, that might be offensive to anybody or controversial. It's just a relaxed, friendly evening. So, other than that, no rules. And if you have any questions about the flight plan, ask Dave. You see, he made it.
I'll drink to that.
Basically head towards India and then go south.
We are live on YouTube again, if anybody wasn't aware. So
On YouTube, you should share screen here if you can.
Let's see who can spot Everest first.
And by the way, if you have if you don't want to put if you don't want to share screen on Discord on your main computer because you don't want to put that inefficient screen sharing process on your CPU, say you're running X-Plane, which already needs the CPU working flawlessly. Another way is to stream it to Twitch, which will be efficient in using the GPU. Practically costs a lot less than Discord.
yep,
And higher quality. And then you use a second computer that, well, maybe you don't have a better use right now for, to stream it from Twitch to Discord. That way you can have sound and you will experience less shutters in any of them because you will not be using your main system. Well, with the Discord's an efficient screen share. You offset it on the laptop or something.
I use OBS, which is very efficient.
I use Streamlabs, but if you look at the Concord guide, that is a second computer streaming from Twitch to
Yeah. Yeah, OBS is pretty efficient, so it does the job.
It is. It actually is. It's also because it's the GPU and the hardware coders and when you use CPU and Discord, it's bad.
Well, Discord are playing a different game. They're wanting you to go and pay for a paid account, and then it's completely different encoding.
Okay, maybe. Alright. Well, still, kind of from what I've seen, I thought that would change significantly the streaming experience. Maybe you do get special perks.
The problem with Discord is it's an Electron app.
Electron?
Yeah, it's a web browser. The Discord application is just a web browser.
Yeah, it is. And this, from what I've seen so far, their method of screen sharing is not really effective.
It's okay though. It's great for most people just to do tutorials and things like that.
Well, you know, when it comes to games, people will not care because games will not demand the CPU. It will not have such a high CPU requirement.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So it's kind of more like a niche case.
Okay, I'm just circling a bit because I realise I've gone way ahead.
I guess we might get ice at this altitude as well.
Probably.
Hey!
That's why I picked a plane with a good heater.
Oh, of course, yeah, the Kodiak's got a proper heating system inside, hasn't it?
Pretty fun.
Kodiak should have.
Okay, I'm going to come off the throttle a little bit. A bit too fast.
I got my engine started. I swapped to a swatter.
Oh dear me.
I'll have to go and look at the manual for the other one.
I reckon in about half an hour we'll be flying over Roy where we crash into a mountainside. Can you see him, Patrick?
There's so many of you should start a race. And more of you should screen share.
When was that, Dave?
He's about, hang on, I'll check and make a mileage.
Oh, I can see it.
Right.
Who would win though?
What's
Probably if it's some turboprops, maybe the TBMs.
Why did you start? You must have started off well early.
Yeah, I think he was flying with somebody else earlier. We don't know.
He often flies with Eric or Tony on a
It
Sunday.
might have been it. It might have been it. Though Eric said he wouldn't be on tonight, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh no, Eric doesn't come on this, doesn't he? Eric does a separate one.
Oh, that's what I mean. He wasn't flying tonight.
Have I done transmitter? I'm sure I have.
I'm just looking for a way to go more west. I'm just getting more and more ridges. Okay, who planned this route?
That is the way.
Well, the other thing was to follow the valleys, but it took about 6 hours.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I see you, Patrick. You're to the right of me, or I'm to the left of you.
Okay.
Okay,
We're 2 miles apart.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm going to put this on autopilot in a minute and program the route in so I can at least see a line on the map in the sim.
I think I better get a little bit more height.
Pretty, isn't it?
Stupid thing. So one thing I don't like about the Twin Otter is when you turn on heading mode on the autopilot, it's got a gyro and it takes ages to turn itself.
Yes.
So if it's going the wrong way and you switch the autopilot on heading mode, it will start banking the opposite direction until it's corrected itself. And it does correct itself, it's just you need to give yourself a 20-second margin for it to sort its life out. Right, let's take this up to 60.
I hate how slow the flaps are to throw out.
Yeah. 16,000 feet. Vertical speed 500 feet a minute. And let's push the engines to a bit faster. Okay, so VQPR was the first airfield. Flight plan.
Does Amazon also deliver in one day in this region?
Everybody think of my colours. I'm streaming, so you can see it.
Nice nickname, Desperate Dave.
NTR.
Desperate Dave is flying his hot rod today.
It's not as good as your A320 colours, though, is it?
I don't know. I'm gonna have a smoke and start the Concorde. It will take 16 minutes flat to get it set.
I know you were talking about Emmanuel.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I'll be like Scarface at it.
Manuel's job of the A320 is terrific.
Thanks. And Patrick told me he has an issue. Apparently there is one of the panel not correctly showing in the cockpit, so it should not be impacted by delivery. But if you see any issue with the aircraft, just I will double check. Apparently there is an issue with the fly-by-wire. I will just check if it is something related to the experimental version or not.
Yeah, so I changed aircraft and the issue wasn't there. To another A320 fly-by.
Okay, I will check again. Thanks. And so the goal is, of course, to have the same kind of livery on all the jets and possibly other aircraft. Now that we have the base color, so I cannot promise for one per week, but I'll try.
Okay. To 60 degrees. So I'm in the middle of the cloud at the moment, so I'm not really seeing very much.
That's very brave around here.
I was going to say, as long as you see it before you actually hit it.
Well,
Or stupid.
I think I'll be alright.
You know what thought did, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not going to be alright. Oh my word. I can see the hillside coming out of the mist in front of me. Okay, let's up this to 1,000 feet a minute.
I think Wilhelm's in a jet, aren't you? Just bombed past me doing about 500 knots.
Let's take this up.
Fun part that I love about Microsoft Flight Sim. Whenever I fly my Concorde on that sim and I get to bang countries, you get to hear it. Like legit, you can hear sonic booms in MSFS on that sim, as I understand. I had some radio feedback where there's like, whoa, we heard a bang in the cockpit. Did someone go supersonic? The controller just says the call sign acknowledged. The Concorde is blasting it.
Okay, I've just switched all of the icing switches on.
So if you're in Batsim and you hear bangs around, like explosions, bangs, look around. Maybe I'm somewhere nearby. Somewhere above.
They still have to improve a little bit the scenery over there. It looks like pixel art if you look down. There are some areas which are just plain grey, other one are green.
Well, I somehow flew between two enormous peaks in the fog.
Also interesting note, since you got the imagery from, Vanian or satellite, and you can choose there is a plugin or something to switch to Google. Interesting thing, is that military bases installations will still be blurred out, just like on the real satellite imagery, or even worse, being a composite image to make it seem like a forest or something. It's an interesting thought on Microsoft Flight Sim regarding pixels or any sketchy parts.
But do they have the same? I haven't checked if it is the same. Yeah, as you said, mix of pixels between Bing and Google. They have the same hiding thing, or do they hide the
same hiding thing? They basically also, here's an extreme example. If you will use Google or Bing in, let's say, China, and you will have GPS, you will not be able to navigate the roads because they're all false. They are false indeed. If you look into, you can Google it on, like, search it on YouTube, you'll see people demonstrating it. They basically do not provide that data, and they do not allow it. That's the thing. You understand, all these countries, Russia and all that, they're not gonna allow their military installations to be used, even if they're somewhat wrong. That's the thing about it. In fact, I'm pretty sure there are some agreements limits on what the satellites cannot picture.
Jonathan, there's a button in the Otter you should avoid.
And even China, thinking about the Chinese streets being fake composite, where a person can't even navigate legit, you can get lost. That shows me that Google and Bing, they abide by the requirements set by these countries.
So what are you saying, Pat?
Play a hand in it to
It's a button that you should avoid in the Twin Otter.
What's that?
Pull for quick erect.
Oh, what?
Whereabouts is it?
Isn't it that big long red thing on the left?
Sit between your legs.
What does it do
It
again?
is literally between your legs.
Oh,
What does it do again?
No, it's about chest height near the artificial horizon.
Wait up. What does it do?
There's another lever on the right, isn't there, on the splash panel? Don't
Pull
know what
for-
that is.
so attitude indicator calibration.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's not something that should fly.
Why shouldn't I pull it?
Because it says quick erect. That's why. It was meant to be funny.
Oh, sorry.
That was a
I
close.
was with you, Patrick, don't worry.
I just had a close shave with a mountain top in the front.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the
I've got
altitude.
quite a good mountain coming.
I'm going to come back down to about 12,000, I think. I think I can get away with.
Jesus, I'm at 15 and
I'm at 16.
I got mountains higher than me now.
So let's go back down to 12.
So 8,000 is low then.
Patrick, you seem to be heading in a totally opposite
I am.
direction to everyone else.
I am.
8,000, you'll be tunnelling.
I'm
13.
7,000.
I'm admiring the twin rainbow.
Is it like a competition who can go lower in IMC conditions?
I was looking at my instruments, not concentrating where I was going.
Trust me, I know the feeling nowadays.
Quickly rectified it.
Patrick, I drew my plan up to go to Croatia, flew it. It's got a very, very interesting approach at Dubrovnik. It's like going round on the outside and then the inside of a letter L.
Oh yes.
Yeah, some of the standard approach routes are fantastic, aren't they?
There was only one whiskey Tango Foxtrot India hotel as well in the whole flight.
Alright, someone's just flown across my nose. Who's that?
It was probably me slewing, Jonathan. Apologies.
No, no, I can see somebody flying
It's me, Emmanuel.
It's an amazing part of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, the chances of me ever going there in real life are pretty slim, so quite good fun seeing like this.
You can see some mountains higher as the clouds on the right. It's crazy.
Yeah, in the distance, there's some of the really big peaks, aren't there?
Well, I'm going to guess that that's Everest, the highest one.
I thought you were flying around Austria. Just by seeing. Alright, Conqueror's starting up 60 minutes away.
They still need to work on the weather. The snow is suddenly stopping on the left.
It might be below the snow line.
Yeah, it's so funny, isn't it? The snow suddenly stops over about half mile.
Are we going in on runway 25 at Chapel Young?
11. Let me look at the airfield weather.
Makes sense. Yeah, it's bang into the wind. I've only got 8 knots though, so it's...
No, it's 100 degrees, 3 knots on at the airfield. So yeah, there's nothing to worry about. So you can use either.
Yeah, I should go in on 25.
The big drop is down at 8,000 feet, just below.
Depends how much of the hill's in front of it.
Which airfield you're talking about? Isn't it Victor November Tango Romeo, the next one?
No, it's
Yeah,
Chapel Young in front of it.
Oh, Victor November Tango Juliet?
Yep.
I've just got it on my flight pan as a waypoint, not an airfield.
Yeah, it's a waypoint on mine as well.
Just fly, if you have it on a little nav map, it'll show.
Little nav map presumably doesn't, or the sim doesn't recognise it.
No, sorry, I just export the flight plan and just open it in the little nav map.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Wow, these views are amazing.
It's a bit chilly though, doesn't it?
I'm in fog.
Who wanted to do this in the biplane?
That might have been me.
Yeah.
Not that
Be
bad.
freezing your watches off.
I'm
Minus
only
3
at
is okay.
5,000 feet, mind.
That looks interesting. That new one that'll be in the update this week.
Oh, the thing that looks a bit like a Handley Page.
Looks a bit like Andy Page, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Open cockpit. God, that's going to freeze your
Bits and bobs.
monkey bits off.
I noticed with all the trouble that's been going on in the world, the Aeroflot plane that was going to be released has suddenly gone very, very quiet.
Aeroflot went quiet.
Yeah.
There was
Sukhoi.
yeah,
Sukhoi 100.
yeah, in Aeroflot colours, and suddenly it's just gone off the radar completely.
Also uninstalled for my hard drive.
It's funny. I felt sorry actually. I looked in the newsfeed the other day, and some developers have just released a MiG-29 for Flight Sim, haven't they? I mean, who's going to go and buy that now? Their sales must have...
Everyone! I assure you, this will be an advertisement for any Russian planes. I assure you.
I don't know.
Here's a rule of marketing. Say something bad about me, say something good about me, but say something about me. It's when everyone's silent that the marketeers worry.
Yeah.
People will buy Russian planes. planes right now because all
That
they
might be broadly accurate, but I don't think in this case.
all they hear is Russia, Ukraine. They will buy everything.
I respectfully
Well-
disagree this time.
You could say it
Yeah.
might be right, but I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah.
You're not, but well, why are you not buying it? For instance, it has nothing to do with Russia. Only it represents a plane
I have it in
made
DCS.
by Western people.
If it's got Russian written on it, I don't want it.
All right,
Yeah.
that's your taste, but I personally kind of would take it as an aircraft. For
Yeah,
what?
I think that's probably enough of that
I agree with
discussion
that.
there.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Also, the Western developers who made the aircraft for the Sun have nothing to do with Russia, and all the money
Yeah.
will go.
Okay,
buy
that's
the-
enough.
well,
That's enough.
We'll end this subject.
Yeah.
We don't talk politics on this flight.
I'm not planning to.
Is this a touch and go, or are we gonna stop? Actually,
Full stop landing.
Yeah, I want a cup of coffee.
Should have got my coffee on today, actually.
what are you flying, Henry?
Concorde, you can see it in the Concorde stream. It's the second computer, like mirroring my screen, saving resources that way.
Well, good luck landing Concorde here.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune in for this landing.
Where are you landing? Innsbruck?
No, Chapelung.
Where?
Did you look at the flight plan?
Yeah, I thought you were on flight with them.
No,
Ah.
no. It's a separate thing. I'm on X-plane. It looks
I thought,
like
yeah, I
a
thought
little
you were
bit-
shadowing the flight on X-plane.
No, not Shadow. No. We'll do our own thing. My mission today will be doing some cruising. One will be basically right now we'll go from Lima Oscar Whiskey in Austria to Morocco. And from Morocco, the idea is to do a long hop cross Atlantic to the States.
Okay,
and
well,
do some work during.
I'm going to be. I don't know if this is going to be unpopular, but I'm going to put a new rule in that if you're not taking part in this flight, I don't want you in the channel, please.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
okay.
Yeah.
I already muted.
Yeah.
All right. Do you
Okay.
mean streaming or just in general?
Just in general,
Oh gosh.
because everybody needs to have a chance to talk about this flight. Okay.
Okay. But what if I can't join it because of the platform?
Well, the
We'll
the
see
fun
in the general flights usually then, I guess, right? Where we usually people fly generally and hang out, but this is a particular event, so it's a bit more
Yeah.
specific.
All right, fair enough. I'll catch you later.
Okay.
Have a
Okay.
good
See ya.
one.
He was promoting.
Bye.
Good call.
Sorry.
Good call. It was an awkward call, but good call.
I was going to suggest
Yeah, well-
it half an hour ago, Joe.
Yeah, I know.
Well done, Jonathan.
You have to give people a chance.
I was already hovering over mute.
He was obnoxious. That's
I was
the
just
key
about
word.
to say KO.
Well done.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Look at this scenery. I'm just worrying about this next line of hills we got to go.
Yeah. Henderson.
That X-plane.
Good call.
Dude,
Yeah, I've got a good big smile on my face now.
What's X-plane?
Oh, it's that sim that
Yeah, X-Flight Simulator.
It. Yeah, that's a bit mean.
I went
Very,
into
very good. It might be mean, but it's good.
I went into that chap's profile and he was just promoting all his own stuff.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get all sorts of people on the flights, so you have to give people a chance.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't interested in our group.
Why is it there are always?
He's only got 42. He's only got 42 followers in his little
But-
group.
I wonder
Look
why.
at this scenery! Wow, this scenery is incredible. Has everyone seen the scenery?
Yeah, I know.
Fantastic!
I'm-
Come on, guys.
I'm just worrying because I've got clouds right in the line of where the hills are, so I don't know if there's a hill in the cloud.
I think, is there Everest to the right there?
I've no idea,
I think it is.
but I'm going to go
I
up.
have
Okay, I'm.
There's nothing anywhere near it in height.
I am going for another 1,000 feet.
What, up or down?
up.
Is this airfield called Tapplejump?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fab! I can see it! Whoop, whoop.
Oh, don't
Oh,
think
the
big
mood has
sail.
lightened.
Need to climb another 1,000 feet to land on it, though.
And we're landing here, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah. Coffee time.
Who the hell put this cloud here? This really was not.
I might cheat and turn the weather off to land.
You big cheat.
That's a cheat!
Well, we'll wait and see. We'll see how bad it is. I'm still quite a way off yet.
I've got 10 miles to run.
Oh, I've made it out of the cloud. And I haven't hit a hillside yet.
Now you're higher than me as well.
Yeah.
It's not where I am, the line I am. I can see the cloud on the left.
I've got
I
to turn
can see
right.
Roy. I can see Roy.
What, on the
I can see
hillside?
Roy's tag.
Yeah. He's. I think he thinks he's a miner.
He's not still there, is he?
Yeah.
Why did you leave it there?
We can't. He's buried it that deep. He can't.
I didn't realise I'd flown past him.
My VSI stuck.
Actually, I don't think he's on the ground. No, he ain't. He's at
13,000 feet.
Yeah. So he is. He's frozen or paused it there. Perhaps he's been waiting for us to come along and join us.
So this Tappelyoung is on top of the ridge of the mountain. Great.
Yep, it is. I can see it from where
So-
I
I
am.
do a flyover just to get a feel for it.
So if you miss it, you're in trouble.
That's a very good idea. Fly over and get your bearings.
I just zoomed in on little nav map and it looks awesome.
They must have brought all the stuff to build this in by helicopter.
Look at altitude 7,930 feet.
Well, Kaiser's getting there first, so
Yeah, I was distracted and I was just kind of, I didn't realise I was bombing it.
yeah, but you're acting as the sacrificial airframe.
Big pressure. I have to make it look easy now.
It's literally right on the top of the mountain.
I think we need a lot of flaps on, won't we?
No, you probably need airspeed, I would think, at this altitude.
You should be easy.
3,000 foot asphalt runway, it shouldn't be a problem.
Actually, that's a really good question. When you've got high altitude, what is the procedure? Do you use flaps or not?
You wouldn't normally use flaps below about 2,000, above about 2,000. If you're landing at an airfield that's
Yeah, because I know the rules are different, aren't they, in the thin air?
yeah.
They're still going to give you braking though, aren't they? And slow you down.
Yeah. Mind you, when you've got wings that look like barn doors.
Trouble is,
I'm on finals now.
elevation. It's only 3,200 foot long, the runway.
I'm on finals now. I'll let you know how it goes.
Are you running transmitter, Lee?
Hey, firm.
Oh,
Oh, let's see what his name tag is tonight. Can't see you.
No, I'm not. It's on now. I've just put it on.
oh, cool.
Tis Lee.
Oh, there he is. Tis Lee.
Isley.
Right, he's had a birthday recently. He's quite old now.
And I'm on finals. Short finals.
His name when he lands will be Benear.
Big dick.
What's the runway direction again, please?
2-5.
And I'm down.
I'm right behind you.
It's absolutely amazing. Imagine this runway. Imagine this airport.
Oh my word, yeah, I can see the airfield on top of the hill from quite a long way out, actually.
It's a great approach. Brilliant.
The scenery is absolutely stunning, isn't it?
So I need to lose quite a few thousand feet.
Am I required to use my landing boat or not?
Below 10,000 feet.
On final also.
I don't think we'll notice, Dave, whether you're on or not. Once your nose down in the dirt.
Oh, G Flat has appeared on YouTube asking where are we? We are in the Himalayas, between Paro and eventually somewhere down in Nepal. I forget the name of the place. Biratnagar. So we took off from Paro about half an hour ago. But yeah, after this airfield, the airfields come about every 20 or 30 miles, don't they?
Yeah, they're better not. Wait a second.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That's a hell of a place to haul the stone up to make a runway, isn't it?
Well, you don't need to, do you? You just take the top of the bed and then bulldoze it.
Yeah, you dig it.
And chop it up.
You've got to get the equipment up there, I think that's
Yeah.
a big challenge.
Bulldozer's the weapon of choice, I think.
Or Sherpas.
You can't carry a bulldozer on your back, though, can you?
Oh,
Well,
somebody.
there must be a road. There's fuel up here.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Paro.
what's the
Yeah, roads.
what's the altitude restriction for a helicopter then? What sort of altitudes can they climb to?
There's a video on YouTube of one that tried to go higher than it should have done. That was on.
80,000 to get air, gas.
I think it's about 12,000. I don't know. But they're jet powered, aren't they nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're turboprop and the other ones.
So this is a full stop here, isn't it, to go make a coffee or whatever?
But there's one that's got jets in the tips of the rotor. So I guess that. But then you'd lose the lift, wouldn't you?
Okay, I need to lose some airspeed.
That sounds like a firecracker.
Time to get a drink.
I'll drink
I'll
to that.
drink to that.
Yeah.
Nice bumps.
Yeah. So flaps really don't do anything to slow you down in the thin air, do they?
Reverse pitch for you, Jonathan.
You're not supposed to do that in the air, though, are you?
Yeah, the flaps help me to slow down a little bit. After the reverse, once you've touched down, it's mandatory here.
I'm just trying to lose some airspeed more than anything.
I've seen a Hercules do it on purpose. All four props reverse pitched. You were there as well, Lee. Lee and I went to Biggin Hill many years ago, and the Hercules did the
Sarajevo.
Isan approach.
Yeah.
Didn't they used to land like that in Afghanistan?
It's quite possible, and then they sort of hold their altitude and go, almost stop, and then suddenly dive. So they try and avoid the fire from the ground.
You see those pictures with them dropping flares, don't you, on the way in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to reverse pitch like you said. I think it's the easiest way.
Dear, I got worse cloud now than right when I don't want it.
Didn't go around on purpose.
Heavy landing, but it'll do.
Oh no! Bugger!
I'm guessing that's a helicopter I can see hovering above the parked aircraft.
Dave, look at your speed. Whoop whoop.
300 knots. Oh no, sorry, 200.
It'll break up in a minute.
Now I got my wheels down. Air brakes. That's at a loose speed. Bounce.
Who was that? That was you!
That's what I said. That's at a loose speed. It's bounce.
That's really odd. I'm seeing one of the aircraft hovering over the...
It says it's a TVM, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it too.
Lee, can you see me on the ground properly now?
Negative.
Big Kirby's diesel.
I'm on your 230. 1430. Still 230 there. 24 hours.
Can't see her. You've got your tag on now, you haven't, have you? Well, I can't see you.
G-Flat is asking, have we had our coffee yet? That's what we just landed
still
for.
flying.
I can see some nav lights coming, that must be you.
Possibly, yeah.
So I have to confess it was not a coffee. Is it still acceptable?
Of course. I'm on the Guinness.
Roger here.
Bacardi and Coke here.
Hang on, Mark, what time is it where you are?
Just about 5 p.m.
Oh, that's fine. Yard on.
Thank you.
And it's Sunday.
Get to watch the landings. It's a nice landing.
Squeeze air.
What's Jim drinking?
Jim's probably drinking Pinot Grigio.
Very nice.
Jim, is that correct?
Sorry, just sat down. What?
What are you drinking?
What do you think I'm drinking?
I guess Pinot Grigio.
Correct.
Merlot.
No, Pinot Grigio.
My wife's drink.
I think I've just watched somebody go into the ground on the other side of the hill.
Oh, that.
I can only drink white wines. Can't drink reds, and this is happens to be my favourite. That's it.
You got a bottle and a straw, Jim?
Just the bottle.
A box and a pump.
Right, I'm going to go and do
That's
some
my
circuits.
favorite wine too.
I'm going to play some circuits until we set off again.
Thing called the box and a pump. What's that?
Wine in a box.
I know, it's kind of like those American footballers with the cans in their hat.
Oh,
Same
hang on.
idea.
Just out of interest, the people that are hovering, has anybody on the flight got the Orbex mesh for the Himalayas or something like that? I'm just wondering if they've got a different ground level than everybody else.
Or that could be a helicopter.
Maybe they are Jedis.
I think I'm going to be pulling leaves out of the undercarriage for a while.
I like the dust.
There's certainly a lot of it about. Guess that's what happens when you cut the top off a mountain.
I guess that's what they've done. They just scraped the dirt off, haven't they? Down to rock.
Certainly looks like it, doesn't it?
Oh, that's an actual livery, Dave. It's not an add-on. So I've got it. I can see you actually in it.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Wow, flashy.
That's all right. I probably wouldn't fly in it.
Of course, you prefer BA colours, don't you?
No, I don't prefer BA colours.
Oh, I like winding you up.
I haven't flown a BA aircraft since they chopped me.
I bet there's a lot of people won't float, sail with P&O again either. Hey?
They're going to get away with that as well, aren't they?
What did you do at BA, Patrick?
I was in charge of checking on a shift basis. So I was a customer service delivery manager was my job title.
Okay.
Problem solver.
Yeah, and
How long ago were we talking?
up until 2 years ago.
Right.
In fact, it's almost exactly 2 years since I walked out the last time.
My niece was, she dealt with the VIPs coming in at a special lounge.
Oh, okay. I was at Gatwick.
Oh, right, okay, she was at Heathrow.
My aunt did the same thing for Fokker in the Netherlands, greeting VIPs.
Yeah.
Right, I'm airborne again. I do a couple of circuits.
Can you roll a Seneca?
Not
We're
tried
about
it.
to find out, aren't we?
This airfield is just crazy when you look from above.
No, it doesn't like to roll.
They reckon that Concorde could have done a loop. Brian Trubshaw apparently very nearly did it.
That would have been some loop.
Ooh, I like the drop there. It's lovely. The view as you lift off.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
I think the most impressive display at an air show I've ever seen of a transport plane then was the RAF called it the crikey
Nimrod?
no what's the plane that Bryce Norton used that they took over from the VC-10s?
TriStar.
No,
Oh, the Airbus.
no, oh crikey!
Voyager.
Yeah, is it Voyager they're called?
Yeah, it's an A330.
Oh no, sorry, no, it's not that then. What was the plane the jet plane that the Americans built that took over, or was supposed to have taken over completely from the Hercules? What's it called?
So a bigger version.
C-14, C-17.
C-17. Yeah, in Europe it's got a different name, hasn't it? But it's a C-17 essentially. I saw one of those do a demonstration at Fairford Air Show about 4 years ago, and oh my word. He was chucking it around in the same kind of way that they used to with the Vulcan, doing the air shows with that. With kind of doing, turning it over more than 90 degrees bank and tipping it over and falling and doing almost a stall turn with it and things like that.
Did anybody get to see the guy in the microlight with the geese?
No.
Oh
Yeah,
my word.
Yeah, I saw
Yes,
that.
he was like the mother, wasn't he? And he
Yep.
trained to fly.
That's an old one, right?
Yeah, it's quite old.
So he threw the microlight and all the geese flew in formation off his wingtips.
Yeah, you could hardly see the string, could you?
Right, are we all setting off again then? So next airfield is 266 degrees, 27 miles. Need to kind of hold this altitude for the first half of for the next 15 miles at least.
Tumbling tar. 1300 foot runway, right?
Yeah.
No. Or is that the altitude?
I've got to 12,000 over the airport.
Okay. Come off the throttle a little bit. Get to have a look at some of the scenery.
Cloud's a lot better, no?
Okay, I'm losing
We
altitude.
want to do some foggy flying. We need to fly over Newfoundland. Newfoundland has the most foggy days in the world.
Oh, that's why I've never been there then.
It's something like 250 odd a year.
What, more than San Francisco?
Oh God, yeah.
It's foggy. Every day is foggy in San Francisco.
Yeah.
It has a microclimate, doesn't it? In the bay.
Yeah. That can come and go as quick as it.
It's quite impressive when it rolls in.
Yeah. Cold in as well, isn't it?
Cold in bloody summer in San Francisco. We were there in the end of May, early June, and had coats on all the time. Still went in the water though, or paddled in it.
Oh, I wouldn't have got in the water there. You'd have your feet bit off.
Well, it depends on the time of year.
Drake's Bay.
We were there. Well, I've been over there a few times to visit my cousin, and one time I was there. We were listening to the radio one morning, and some kid had been surfing the day before and got bit in half. But yeah, surfers have a mentality all of their own, and they're not obviously going to pay any attention to the tuna swimming down the coast and what's going to be chasing the tuna.
What was that island John used to sail
The
out to?
Farallones.
Yeah, they're nature reserve, aren't they?
Yep. And there's seal colonies that live there, therefore it's encircled by big sharks, which obviously, the seals are their dinner.
And they are big, big sharks. I saw a video yesterday of a fishing boat that had got a shark trapped in its nets.
Yep.
And I don't know if anybody saw it. It was 34 feet long.
What sort of shark was it?
A small one then.
It wasn't a basking shark or
Is it a mako? Is that the biggest one?
I don't know, but it was.
I think the great
I
white.
won't swear it was big.
34 feet is not that big for a boat. What the problem?
Well, let's put it like
I'll
this.
drink to that.
It filled the because it was a stern trawler. They pulled the net in at the stern,
It wasn't a whale shark then.
Eh?
Hang on, I'm just trying to figure that in meters. 3 feet to a meter or thereabouts. So,
10.
yeah,
It's 10 meter.
10 meters.
It was bloody long.
That's
It was huge.
getting on for whale shark size, isn't it?
No, it wasn't a whale shark. It was a shark, a proper shark.
I'll have to look
It's
at
been
that.
a great white.
No, it wasn't a great white.
They don't get
The
much.
Surfstar.
I have no idea. It didn't say what the make of shark it was.
Make.
That's what it.
I wouldn't want to bump into it when I was out snorkeling. Put it like that.
No. But I think they're largely
I had a conger eel about 3 inches in front of me face mask when I went diving.
The more and more research that happens, they think sharks are just massively misunderstood, don't they? That the fear of them is it's only the same as us going and walking into the jungle where we know there's tigers there, expecting not to get bit.
Whale shark, basking shark, tiger shark, Greenland shark, the biggest.
Right.
I would suggest over there it's probably a tiger then.
10 metres is a bit big for a tiger though, isn't it?
He's got away with a lot.
This I'm going in on 34
He's
at
actually
this
grown up.
airport.
Look at this scenery! Woo!
It'd be quite interesting, the approach into this airport. Go down that valley and
Yeah.
Am I reading this right? The airport's at 1,300 feet.
Yeah, once we get past about the halfway point towards the airfield, we can start dropping. Then the climb out to get onto the next airfield is going to be horrendous. We're going to need sort of 9,000 feet in the space of 10 miles.
There's no wind, so we can take it the other way. Well, the wind, the runway goes sort of north-south, isn't it? It'll be fine. Wind is 9090 at 3 knots.
Yeah, I'm just starting to look out the front, see if I can see an airfield down there. I think it might be behind a hill that's right in my way of being able to see
right
it.
in a river valley.
Yeah. I think I can see it.
There's a name tag which is stopped, so Pete 6619. So it looks like it's on at the airport.
Yeah, I've not got labels on.
Which way are you coming in, Lee?
1-6, I think.
Yeah, I've got visuals on the airfield. Yeah, it's down in the bottom of the valley.
could be a good crosswind. Oh, it's only 1 knot.
Well,
Just
I'm
a
going to...
mildly angry wind then.
So I'm going to go off to the north and come in from the north.
I'll see you in the middle of the runway, John.
Follow Lee. No, Jonathan's going to come in from the north.
I'm coming in from the south.
You told me you were going on 1-6.
Yeah, oh, sorry, yes, yeah, 1-6, yeah.
3-4.
3-4.
3-4.
Yes, you have.
3-4.
Satisfied.
It's me. I'm coming in 3-4.
Alright, guys, I'll come in 3-4. Change my mind.
Yeah, I'm turning as well. I'll join the train.
Yeah, it looks pretty down there.
Just following the valley here, and that's why.
Some nice terraced farms here in the valley.
Yeah, scenery down in the valley is really great. You have a lot of, I don't know if it's rice area or things. Just go down to see. It's really nice.
Looks like cannabis.
They have a lot then.
Who wanted to smoke?
It's terraced.
Are you an expert on cannabis plants, Lee?
You want to see my loft?
Remember, this is being streamed.
I bet your next
Na,
door,
nee, na, nee, na.
I bet your next door neighbour's electricity bill's phenomenal.
Yeah, so how to keep a low profile? Run your lamps off next door's electricity.
I bet there'll be a lot of that going on as power prices go up.
LEDs make it really cheap.
So you've heard.
I'm Canadian.
Oh, got a visual.
This is so cool. I'm watching all the nav lights converging on the runway.
I tried not to go past you, Jim, but you must have gone very slow.
Nice and easy does it. Something I've learned in the A320.
Yes. Now you can use your flaps, Dave.
I did. Do a couple of more bits. Carry on.
Very nice.
That's the most unconventional landing yet.
Good landing, Pat.
You like it?
Wow.
You take it a piss.
What? Oh, just run out of petrol.
Let's try and land it properly this time.
Great scenery.
I can see a palm tree. I'm not sure they are living at this altitude.
How high are you?
This land's quite low now, isn't it?
The pines go quite high.
Right, I'm back on the route.
So what's the next heading? 262. Or 260, basically.
Sim's frozen.
About the sim freezing, I had a house job to boot it up and come online.
Oh, it's back. I've never had one that long before.
That's about normal for me.
Yeah, I know, you're always having them. That was... I was thinking it was going to crash.
Yeah. Usually if you've got sound on the mouse, it's not going to crash.
It's probably because I just put the cricket on. We're going to draw.
My daughter was happy. She played rugby today with the senior team and they walloped the other side. So
Oh, great.
she came home with a smile. She kicked 2 conversions, nearly scored a try.
Wow.
She's French?
I've been to Southampton today with Megan. She played Southampton, funny enough. They're the top team in the league and they lost. Our girls lost 5-0.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no. So she let in 5.
She did, yeah. But the other team were physically stronger, mentally older. So, yeah, we played them last week as well. And we lost only 1-0 at home, but 5-0 today, sadly.
That's a shame.
So how old is
It's not
she?
her fault, it's the defence.
Exactly, that's what I said to her.
Yeah, how old is she?
She's 16.
Okay. I remember when our kids were coming up through playing football and rugby at kind of 11, 12 years old, suddenly you get a team turn up where you think, blimey, what do they feed them?
Yeah, now these girls were bigger, stronger,
Yeah.
older. And a good, I have to say, you know, credit where credit's due, they played some great football. So, but our girls were good. It was 0-0 after 20 minutes, so the first 20 minutes they did really well. Then they turned it on.
Yeah.
Oh, going past everybody.
I'm just
Where are
looking
you going,
for...
Jim?
Jim,
Yeah?
come back, all is forgiven.
If
I was
it's-
just trying to find a bloody way out of here.
And me.
Right.
I'm looking for low points in the hills to try and climb out of.
Yeah, exactly.
Either that or circle.
That's what I'm just doing. I'm orbiting to get some out. I'm at
Are you sure you're not nestled in amongst the pines, Dave?
I'm at 8,000 feet and still not high enough.
See down below, you've got all those steps in the
In fact,
mountain
I
side.
just stalled. Boom, boom. I'm upside down, sliding down a mountain top there. Oh, I don't know if anybody's looking at my stream.
Is it a proper Homer Simpson scene, is it?
Oh, Dave, that's brilliant. You're going down nose first, upside down.
You couldn't plan it, could you? Right, I'm gonna go
Toboggan.
slow.
I see thunderclouds ahead.
Oh no. Oh, I see what you mean, Lee, about the layers on the hillsides. Where, yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? I guess that's where they farm and they are
Yep.
obviously facing towards the sun, maybe.
Yeah. It's paddy fields, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't know the Irish lived out here.
I'll drink to that.
See, that's an interesting one, though, actually. Why do we call rice fields paddy
It's in
fields?
my line.
I'm going to guess that it comes from a native word.
It does. It's Cantonese,
Aha.
and it's Pade.
Aha.
Looks brilliant in the sim though. It's really clever how
It
they've done
does.
it.
If you think about it, if you like Thai food, you get pad Thai.
Yep.
That's rice plus.
Yeah. So that's my other half's favourite meal, that is.
Can't beat a nice Thai.
Depends how tall she is.
Love you long
God.
time.
No, stop.
Sorry. Oh, Patrick, I do apologise.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Patrick.
Well, she's not Thai, she's Chinese, but I knew where it was going.
Similar, yeah.
It's very good how they've modelled it all in the sim, isn't it? It's brilliant.
Well, if it's come from Google Earth, I've got the Google Earth map on, and it's absolutely identical.
I haven't tried that yet. I'm a bit scared to actually move over in case I muck my sim up.
I haven't tested the last version. I had one of the first one where you are really digging deep into the computer to get it work. But I heard the last version seems to be much easier to install. Is it right?
Pat?
Sorry,
I was
Have
just
you-
asking if the last version of the Google replacement add-on, it looks like it's much easier to use basically, because one of the first version I had, you still had to program a few things, so it was not that obvious.
I just copied it across, I think.
Yeah, I think you used to have to go and reroute the network traffic, didn't you, to go to the Google servers instead of the Bing servers?
Yeah, and just first looking that some console words were working, and then
Yeah.
you could start. So I will give it a chance this one.
So, Pat, what do you think then? Is the Bing better than the Microsoft one, this one, or not?
No.
So
So
the default one's the one to have then, yeah?
in Little Nav Map, you go to View,
Yeah.
then Theme. Just hover over Theme, and it brings up loads of different.
Oh, that depends on if you've got the Google add-on for Little Navmap or not.
Yeah, I believe I have. My sim's
I
crashed.
haven't got scene on my list under view.
Theme, Tango Hotel Echo Mike Echo.
But
Can you hear me still?
yep, yes we can.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've
No, everybody's breaking up and my sim is crashed.
You got time to load in at what's it called, Lamidada. That's probably not how you say it. But just from various things I've read about the two sceneries, it's the Google bitmaps are a little bit higher resolution, and some of it is a little bit more recent. But the team working on Flight Simulator have done a tremendous amount of work with stitching the scenery together neatly, so there are no lines in the fields or anything, or shading differences of the dates when the aircraft flew over and photographed the fields. So that,
Back.
so
what
that,
theme are you recommending to put on here?
Bear with me a second. So I've got custom Google Maps.
Yeah, which definition, sat or terrain?
well, satellite would be satellite. Sat is satellite, isn't it? I usually leave it on terrain all the time.
So I've got OpenStreetMap and all that, Carto Light, Carto Dark. Then another section, Simple Plain Atlas. Then I've got all the customs, which is custom and then brackets, Google-Maps-Sat.
Mine finishes at Atlas. I've got a simple plain Atlas, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've got to get the Google thing then. I
It's
can't
worth
remember how.
It's worth it.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, the terrain view does a very good view with the contour lines.
I'm not going to come back and fly because it's crashed and it takes too long to restart.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, Pat.
Well, I can watch your stream if I want to.
Yeah, you can.
Well, hang on. G Flat's asking some questions. Is the Twin Otter pressurized? I believe it is.
No.
Is it not?
One I've flew on several times
No.
already.
Or is that just because it's so low quality that there's gaps around the doors everywhere?
There are gaps around the doors. It's like the way they've modelled this. It's got silver door handles. The one I flew on had Land Rover handles.
Yeah.
So
Did you
Someone's
say Land Rover handles, Pat?
yeah, the door handles off Land Rovers.
Oh, really?
The old A series Land Rovers.
Oh, my word, I've learned something.
So there's another question on the live stream saying that they've done some reading. Apparently, as far as they can tell, the reason that the big jets don't fly over Tibet is the pressurization, because they can't get below 10,000 feet if they have a problem with pressurization.
That's interesting.
Well, actually, it's a slightly different. I mean, the issue is that if you lose cabin pressure over there, the remaining oxygen or things you cannot breathe. So that's why if you have aircraft going to those altitudes, you have to equip them with a special system to have a higher cabin pressure and typically to change the activation level for the oxygen masks.
Right.
And in some, in China they had a big law to add to have basically an airport less than I don't know how many hours from any village, and they have created super high altitude airports typically for A320 aircrafts, but you have to get them specially equipped because even with standard pressure, the inside of the aircraft is higher pressure compared to outside. So especially when you're landing, if you try to have an equilibrium between external and internal, you have to provide additional oxygen for the crew, just in case.
Oh, that's interesting.
And usually the aircraft flying there are modified, especially with the engines, and also some side systems like oxygen to allow there. But you have some of the airports valid in MSFS, even if I think the runway are like 5 kilometers long. But even with this, it's virtually impossible to take off with the 320.
I'm just looking for this airfield.
It's on top of the hill, Jonathan. I've just landed there. It's right on top of the hill.
I might
Got it. Got visual.
Okay, so must be too low then.
Grass strip.
Okay, I'm going to cheat and go to the outside view. Oh, I can see it. Yep, I'm right over it.
Ooh, what pretty little airport.
That's cool, isn't it? That is.
There's not a lot there, is there?
It's awesome, though. It's like you said, it's another bulldozer airport, isn't it?
Yeah.
Take the top out of the hill.
I think I need to do a few circuits now to get the height back.
Oh, I'm just coming back down. Alright.
Looking from outside, this area is the most beautiful one since the beginning of the flight. It's just crazy, all the colors.
It is, isn't it? It's stunning. I know how to pick them, don't I?
Oh, by blind luck, you mean?
Say that again.
This airfield's amazing. It's one of the best I've seen in the sim.
The valley sides are incredible.
get over this mountain. You have to go round.
Yeah, I've just crashed.
Lee, it says you're streaming, but you're not.
Stand by.
There's even cars going around the around the roads.
I am streaming, Pat.
What a fantastic little airfield.
I just crashed.
The sim or the aircraft?
The aircraft on finals are stalled.
Okay, so was it 130 degrees?
I'm going to go down the side of this mountain, slowly climbing to get over it. I think I might just so I see Linda and he's just gone over top of it.
Over 7,000 feet.
Yeah, I'm behind you.
Hack, you see my stream?
Yep.
I just crashed, so I'm rebooting.
So how do you pronounce that next one? Bodjikur per I don't know.
Calidando.
No, Bodjpur Victor November Kilo Delta.
Okay, let's have a look at the map.
Calidando on mine.
130 degrees.
You get almost the same feeling when you're taking off at Bristol International Airport. Except the valley is a little less steep.
Oh my god. Now I've spotted the airfield. I'm going to have to. This is even more of a bulldozer job.
Okay, let's have a look at the map.
I touch with one wheel. Does that count?
Is the wheel still attached?
No, it's still attached, but what a spectacle to get there.
Is it in the valley?
No, it's another. It's sort of built into the mountainside.
Okay. I'm going to come through this side of the hill so we get to see it. Well, there goes the Amazon truck delivering somebody's stuff.
So you can try 6 o'clock in the evening. So that's 12:17 UTC. And it gives quite a nice light. 6 in the evening.
It does. That's good.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So where's the next one? 148 degrees. That scenery looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah, agreed. It is really spectacular.
Even though I can only see it at 720 degrees. East
Road.
If you look it up on YouTube, you'll see my live stream at 8 in HD.
Oh, of course.
That's right.
Yeah, but late.
Coming to the edge of the mountains.
I just find out that the minute of the local time is not matching the minute of the UTC, so I think they must have a local specific time zone with 15-minute difference.
15.
Yeah, or maybe my sim is just odd today.
Some places are 30 minutes, aren't they? I've never heard of a 15 minute.
Showing the same on my device. 15-minute differential.
Or maybe we have found a time travel portal over there.
Marty McFly.
Dark.
The snow's gone.
Yeah. Kushi River.
So about 35 miles an hour, something like that.
What are you flying today, Mark?
Coronado,
How's it doing?
very nice.
Any different from before since you did the changes on your settings?
It was very nice before. It's much nicer now. Thank you.
Okay, good.
What are you in?
Good question. An aeroplane.
DA-62.
Yeah.
That was always a hard one for me before I changed the setting, but I bet it's a lot better now.
62, isn't that the one with the in the cockpit, the sort of structure of it blocks your view.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a mountain of water.
Yeah, it's got a side strut that is about a foot wide.
Yeah.
I don't really like it, but I thought it was the best I had for today.
If anybody takes notice, have you got mountains of water on this river?
I can see them from a distance. I'm not that close yet.
What runway we're going in on?
The hard one.
Thank you for that answer.
27.
Whichever way is crosswind, but only 2 knots.
2-7 here.
2-7, Jim.
Yeah,
Roger that.
I should go for that.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out why everybody was raving about the Stearman and how nice it was to fly. And Jim got me on to calibrating my stick, and it's just wonderful now.
Great.
Bit cold though, isn't it?
But with all the help I've had from everybody else, it's nice to be able to return a little bit.
Yeah. That's one of the great things about doing group flights, though, isn't it? Is there's always somebody that's got an answer for everything.
You haven't sent me the bill yet, Jim.
Sorry, going to mute.
Who are you?
What'd you drink, Pat?
What?
What's your favourite drink, Pat?
What?
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels. Did you get that, Jim?
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Black, of course.
Ooh, nice.
No, nice old brew of cognac.
Oh, I'll drink to that.
Maybe with a Baileys in it and a ton of ice.
Oh, get
My
out.
God.
It's hard.
Ditto.
You've never drunk it, so you wouldn't know what it tastes like. You don't know what its real name is.
Anything with Baileys is...
Not with cognac and ice.
You know,
you mean
that
Contro,
might
not
mix
cognac.
up with whiskey. Oh, with Cointreau, you mix anything, but not cognac.
No,
Whiskey.
he meant Contro, he didn't mean cognac.
I'll put it down to his age.
Yeah.
Must be nearly there. That's the airfield. 15 miles. So which runway were you all going for?
I'm going downwind on the southern side of the airport to land
27.
Okay.
on 27. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, left circuit for 27, okay.
Now the wind's turned.
It's only 3 knots, isn't it?
Yeah. Corner.
There's no wind at all. There's a bit of mist though, 2,500 feet, 2,500 meters of mist.
Crystal clear.
That's probably because you got clear weather on.
No, we've got real weather.
Yeah, but you're in the air. When you get down to the level of the runway,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
one of the things we used to have when we had bad weather in Jersey was telling passengers the flight was cancelled because of fog. And we used to get the comments like, my wife's in Jersey, she can see the moon. So you probably can because you're looking through a tiny bit of mist. But if you're on the ground looking in a straight line along the runway,
Jersey, the joys.
oh, I never forget Jersey.
I got a video of Jonathan at about 6 months old at Gorey on the sand.
Never been there, but I'll never forget it. You'd have more trouble from that flight than most of all of the others.
What with weather?
Yeah, and you'd think you can have the airport completely socked in and a wind at about 25 knots. You think, oh, that'll blow it away. It doesn't, it just blows more in.
I know I was outside St Helier on my boat and the rain came down that thick and heavy I could only see about 100 yards.
Yeah.
I'd never seen rain like it.
That's a weird place to run. This airport is only 246 feet above the ground. Sorry, above sea level.
I was going to say, that's going to be an unusual one then.
Great for helicopters.
Come on, Pat.
What were you drinking?
Yes.
You're on your 7th pint, aren't you?
Okay, so...
Well, it was my day the other day, wasn't it?
That's true.
Even though I'm not Irish.
I think I might fly circuits and watch the other people landing before I come in.
I hope that Guinness isn't there tin with widgets in it.
It is.
Oh God.
Okay, so there's the airfield.
In the absence of being in Ireland, it'll do.
Pat, look at my screen.
Sorry, say again.
Look at my stream. Just look at everybody.
Don't mind. Yeah, I've been looking at yours most of the way. Loads of name tags. It's even more impressive impressive without the name tags.
I just landed.
Is that Seneca Lee still?
Hey, firm.
Similar to the Barrow, isn't it?
Hey, firm. Yeah. It's lovely to fly, though. Have you got it, Pat?
No.
Really worth getting. John likes it. Do you, John?
Yeah, apart from it crashes quite often.
That's the pilot.
I tried to record a video with it doing a flight, and I tried 3 times in a row, and it crashed to desktop, different points, one after
that
another.
kind of crash.
Yeah. I looked online. There's lots of other Coronado owners complaining of the same thing. It was very stable until about sim update 6 or 7, and then it became very unstable.
It was okay, Lee.
Yeah, it seems to be. Although I've crashed it once tonight, I stalled on approach. But no, it seems to be fairly stable now.
Have you had another crash to desktop?
Oh, someone just tumbled in the
No.
grass.
That was me in a Coronado. Good timing.
Talk of the devil.
Out of nowhere, it just went down.
What, storm or desktop crash?
It's all those settings I gave him. I pulled the fast one.
Stall.
Yes. Once you get into a stall in these little things, they don't like it.
Up and
Don't
Mr.
like it,
Manahan.
up 'em.
Sorry, Mr. Benring.
Very irritating.
23 aircraft on transmitter.
There was about 40 earlier.
I was on a flight earlier. There's quite a lot of people using transmitter in the south of England.
Right.
Oh, David Beckett, last landing rate 2067. You can't get away with anything, can you?
Oops, the daisy.
I said I bounced, that's the way to slow down.
Perfect ending, just roll the bloody plane.
Thanks, Dave, for the flight. Good flight.
That was a great
See you
flight,
next
thanks.
week.
Yeah,
Yep,
really
see you
good flight
soon.
plan there, Dave.
No night.
Yeah, I will put all the info for next week's flight during the week. I have not yet released the
Cool.
flight plan, but final
Yep.
check has been done,
Sure,
so
yeah, isn't it?
you will have it during the week.
Thank you. Bye.
So, see you soon.
Well,
Yeah, bye.
Where's this airport?
Nepal.
It's quite civilised. And flat. We've got buses. Even the tiniest little airports seem to have buses, don't they?
Bus in front of me doing donuts.
Oh, can you buy some for me?
Hang on, I'll have to fill my coffee mug up first.
That's fun. Show you about crashing to desktop. Right, folks, I'm off. See you soon.
Yeah,
Okay, see you
same
soon.
here, Patrick, I'm off as well. So night, everyone.
Cheers, Dave. Thanks very much. Pat, I'll get in touch with work tomorrow.
All right, nice one. Thanks, mate.
I'll let you know. I'll drop you a message, yeah?
Excellent. Cheers.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go as well. Thanks, guys. That was really, really enjoyable. And take care. Have a good week. See you next week.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
I leave also. Have a nice week. Bye-bye.
Cool. Cheers, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Good night, all. Thanks, Dave.
Nice flight. Thanks, Dave. I'm out. Night all.
See you tomorrow, Mark.
Bye.
No, Jim, I work tomorrow instead of Tuesday, so I'll see you
Okay.
Tuesday or tomorrow later.
Okay, Tuesday.
Okay, can I remember how to turn this thing down? Okay. Fuel pumps off. Okay, that was good fun. Right, I'm going to go and stop the live stream there.